Welcome to Mrs. J's Book Nook. Today something a little bit different. I have in front of me the Gruffalo Crumble and Other Recipes. It's a Gruffalo cookbook, and if you've read the story The Gruffalo, you know that the mouse talks about Gruffalo Crumble. So we're going to have a look at the recipe, and then after we've looked at all the ingredients and how to make it, we're actually going to make it together. Here we have Gruffalo Crumble. Gruffalo Crumble? The Gruffalo said, and quick as the wind he turned and fled. And if you don't know the story, please have a look on my channel, read the book first, and then come back and cook the Gruffalo Crumble with me. You will need, down here, the ingredients: 3 eating apples, 1 teaspoon of cinnamon, 1 tablespoon of caster sugar, 1 tablespoon of apple juice, 300 grams of blackberries, and if you can't get blackberries, blueberries would work just as well, 75 grams of unsalted butter, 100 grams of plain flour, 50 grams of oats, 50 grams of brown sugar, 2 large mixing bowls, and a baking dish around about 15 by 20 centimetres. What we need to do, we need to preheat the oven to 180 degrees Celsius, and then you need to peel and core the apples. Chop them up into bite-sized pieces. Then put the chopped apples and blackberries, or blueberries if you're using them, in a mixing bowl and save a handful of blackberries for later. Then you add the cinnamon, the caster sugar, apple juice, and give everything a really good stir. Once you've done that, tip the fruit mixture into the baking dish, cut the butter into small cubes of around 1 centimetre, and then put the butter in the other mixing bowl and add the flour. Use your fingers to rub the butter and flour together until the mixture looks like crumbs. And you'll see on my video that I will probably put on disposable gloves to do that. 1, so it's not so messy, and 2, it keeps your fingers nice and clean. Once you've done that, then we're going to stir in the oats and the brown sugar. Sprinkle the mixture over the fruit that you've already put in the baking dish and try to cover it as evenly as you can. And then you stick the remaining blackberries into the top of the crumble to decorate. And you can see there are some blackberries sticking up. And the blackberries on top look just like purple prickles. Then you pop it in the oven and cook it for about 40 minutes. And some tips, tricks and twists here. It's best to use the cold butter for this recipe because warm butter can become more like a dough rather than the crumb that you need on top. You can try different fruits for the filling like pear, peach or blueberries, just like I mentioned, or even a mixture of all of those. And Gruffalo Crumble is best served hot. And for an extra treat, you could eat it with ice cream or custard. So let's give it a go. Published Macmillan Books, 2016. Copyright Julia Donaldson, 2016. Axel Scheffler, 2016.